Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Afif Rifki, and right now in this academic presentation subject, I'm going to explain or present my poster. I'm going to explain my poster about my uh, research proposal in the last semester. It's a quantitative research. It's about investigating the impact of breakfast habits on SMK 6 Balikpapan student performance. So let's get it on. First, we move to the introduction. We got the background. The background is so breakfast is often referred to as the most important meal of the day due to its potential impact on various psychological function. So researchers suggest that many researchers actually suggest that breakfast consumption is linked to improved concentration, memory, and problem-solving skills. Furthermore, it has been associated with better mood and reduced feelings of fatigue among students, and it is a factor that contributes to a positive learning environment. Next, we got the research question. So, the research question for this proposal. First, is there a correlation between regular breakfast consumption and student academic performance? And the second question is, how does the timing and content of breakfast relate to academic achievement? And the last question is, are there difference in academic performance between students who consistent having breakfast and those who do not? And then the objective of this research is to determine the correlation between breakfast habits and academic performance, to investigate the impact of the timing and nutritional contents of breakfast on student academic achievement, of course, to and lastly to identify any variation in academic performance between students with different breakfast habits. And next we move to the theories. I used three theories here. So this theory can provide a framework for understanding the foundational role of breakfast in supporting student overall well-being, including their academic success. First, we got the health belief model (HBMs). It suggests that individuals are more likely to engage in health-promoting behavior when they are perceived a threat to their well-being and believe that a specific action can reduce the threat. And the Maslow hierarchy of needs and as actually the Maslow hierarchy of needs is the main theories that I use in this proposal. And we got the written theory that suggests individuals are influenced by their daily routines and habits. So next we move to the previous studies. So I use three studies, but here are one of those three related literature, that is the relationship of breakfast consumption, academic performance, and quality breakfast type by Bentham in 2022. It presents findings that indicate a positive relationship between the frequency of breakfast consumption and academic performance among students. Next, we move to the research design. So, this study utilized quantitative correlational design, examining the association between breakfast habits and academic performance. This focus is on understanding whether there's a connection between the way students eat breakfast and how well they perform academically. So this design offers several advantages in investigating the association between the breakfast and the academic performance. But despite its strength, the correlation design has inherent limitation, like it cannot establish causation, limiting the study to identifying association rather than determining the direct causative relationship between breakfast habits and academic performance. So, to, to mitigate these limitations, the research design can benefit from complementary qualitative data, like incorporating methods such as interviews or focus groups alongside the quantitative approach. It will offer a more comprehensive understanding of students' perspective on breakfast habits. Next, we move to the population and sample. So the study will, of course, based on the title, it will focus on SMK 6 Balikpapan. Uh, the research is conducted to ensure relevance to the daily lives and experience of the target population students. The sample technique that used is stratified random sampling. So the stratification involves dividing the population into different strata based on specific characteristics such as the grade level. This approach aims to capture variation in breakfast habits and academic performance across different educational stage. Therefore, the sampling technique is designed the to ensure a representative and balanced sample, considering the diversity within the school population that I'm choosing. Next, we got the data collection technique. So, I incorporate two main data collection technique. Firstly, a structured questionnaire will be administered to students, gathering self-reported information on their breakfast habit. And secondly, academic performance data will be extracted from official school records, encompassing grades, test score, and other relevant indicator. And next, in the 7th point, we got the instrument. We we use breakfast habit survey, academic records, nutritional guidelines. So in breakfast habit survey, the survey allows for a collection of self-reported data directly from participants, providing insight into their daily routines, dietary choice, and breakfast pattern. And the instrument will be pre-tested on a small sample of students to ensure clarity, relevance, and comprehensibility. Then we got the academic records. Uh, it, the records are utilized to offer objective performance metrics. By examining student grades and academic achievement, the study can quantitatively measure academic performance, providing a standardized and consistent measure across participants. And the last one is an additional instrument, if I may say. Uh, Nutritional guidelines is assist in assessing the quality of breakfast by referring to established nutritional standards. I can evaluate whether students' breakfast choice align with the recommended dietary guidelines. This adds an additional layer of analysis beyond the frequency of breakfast consumption. And the last one, we got the data analysis technique. First, we got the correlation analysis. So Pearson correlation coefficient will be calculated to assess the strength and direction of the relationship between breakfast habits and academic performance. This analysis will provide a quantitative measure of the degree which these variables are associated. And then we got the regression analysis. So multiple regression analysis will be employed to explore the combined influence of various aspects of breakfast habits like frequency, timing, nutritional contents on the academic performance. This will help identify specific factors that may have a more significant impact on academic outcome. And then we got the subgroup analysis, the last technique and data analysis. So subgroup analysis will be conducted based on demographic factors such as gender, socioeconomic status, and grade level to identify potential variation in the correlation between breakfast habits and academic performance among different student groups. And here are the reference. Actually, use many reference, but here are one of the most recent one that in this context. We don't want to use way before along how do I say it, outdated reference, outdated research paper. And so yeah, that's all that I can explain to you guys watching. And thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.